Hi everyone, it's Mother Bear Tarot. Welcome to my channel. In today's reading, we are going to be looking at everything that is coming up for you in the month of May 2023. Okay, so we are doing a monthly personal predictions. I'm so excited to be bringing these back to my channel. It's been quite a few months since I've done this, so I'm excited to be jumping back into it with the month of May. We have 4 piles for you to choose from. Pile number 1, 999, pile number 2, 444, pile number 3, 1234, and pile number 4, 222. I almost called this pile number 2 just because of the 2s. So we're going to look at everything that's coming up for you during the month of May 2023. So I will see all of your loveliness in your readings. Bye! Hi, pile number 1. This is your reading if you chose the number 999. If it'll focus. There we go. Okay, and we're going to be looking at everything that is going to be coming up for you in the month of May. And I wanted to leave this kind of open because I know everybody's months can be a little bit different. So we're going to get right into this. Could be about relationships, could be about, you know, moving, travel, purpose, career, finances. We're just going to kind of see what comes up for you this month. If you felt drawn to any other piles, make sure to go check out those readings after this one. So the very first card we have is Resurrection, California Poppy. So it looks like you guys are coming into a place that you guys might have already been, right, with the resurrection. Especially since we have the owl and the moon, it's making me think about intuition and like kind of spirituality, and same with like the water and the night sky. It just makes me think of like resurrecting a new or like an old hobby or an old habit, or maybe you guys were really into like spirituality, for example, like tarot cards. Maybe you guys, this is one of your first tarot cards readings that you're watching in a long time. Okay, maybe this is like during the month of May, you're resurrecting like an old thing that you used to love to do or watch. Yeah, and it's coming up for the month of May, okay? Or it could be like a relationship. Obviously, we'll get some more information in a little bit. And also the number 999 talks about the end of a cycle. So the end, again, the beginning of something. So resurrecting something that totally ties in with like this kind of death and rebirth cycle that we've got going on here. Okay? Bubby? Hey, can you please be quiet? Sorry guys, my dog is just barking. Go lie down. Go lie down. Okay. So the next cards we have, I'm going to get some information from like your spirit guides, but we also already see like you have an owl spirit guide kind of coming on for you. Okay, this card wants to come out. We have Scarab Beetle Spirit. Magic works through you, number 52. Okay, yeah, again, this kind of goes with this whole like kind of magical, mystical, intuition type of theme that I see with the crescent moon. Magic works through you. So maybe you guys are getting back to like a practice, like a magical kind of practice. If you're like mystical, or you're into witchcraft or into like new age type of things, maybe you're coming back to this like magical craft that you've had for a long time. Or maybe if you were like me 3 years ago, you kind of shunned like the magic part of yourself. Like I always, when I was younger, Halloween was my favorite time of the year. I was obsessed with witches from like the youngest age that I could possibly remember. I used to spend like all summer trying to find fairies in the forest and like talk to animals in the fae and like magical things, right? And then I spent like a good 15 to 20 years of my life being scared of that because of religious beliefs that I held at the time that were kind of like instilled into me. So maybe you guys are coming back around to this magical part of yourself. And I just want to let you know that, you know what, you're in for a ride, okay? So May is the time where you guys are coming back to this magical place, and Scarab Beetle and the Owl Spirit are here to guide you through this journey. Okay, we're gonna get one more animal spirit guide for you for the month of May. Get one more animal spirit guide for pile number 1. Okay, that was like 8 cards that wanted to flip over, except for this one didn't want to go back over. Ooh, we have armadillo spirit. Set healthy boundaries, number 3. You are coming into a time where you need to be setting healthy boundaries with your beliefs, okay, during the month of May. Healthy boundaries with like these beliefs, like your mystical kind of spiritual beliefs, setting healthy boundaries in relationships, setting healthy boundaries in every aspect of your life during the month of May. Okay, that's going to be very helpful for you. And armadillo spirit wants you to know, like, it's okay to put like a shell on, right? To have like this hard shell and this soft underbelly. It's okay to have kind of like a little bit of a wall up, a little bit of a defense up, because you're coming back around to this place that maybe you failed at before, maybe you shunned before, right, with a resurrection. But just know that your animal spirit guides are here guiding you, and there's a reason why you're coming back into this place. Okay, so can we get some understanding of why they're coming back into this place? We have willow spirit flexibility. It was also just 11:11 on the clock when I looked at this, okay? So being flexible in your growth and being flexible during the month of May is going to be very helpful for you, is what animal spirits are saying. Okay, mentally flexible, physically flexible, could be different for everybody. But I'm thinking mentally flexible. We also have the Mystic Meadow Sanctuary number 26. Okay, so getting out into the wilderness, maybe you guys were like called by like the Fae, or like you've always been like interested in fairies and, you know, the Fae and things like that. So finding that out could be like rediscovering that, could be part of your month of May. But also finding a sanctuary where you felt held and honored, right? Which is why we have that setting boundaries card. You're no longer, during the month of May, by the end, going to be allowing people to come in and like really, what's the right word? Affect you to a point that like you're upset all the time, or affect you to like not believing in your own beliefs, or like not holding your own beliefs, right? You're going to be coming into a place where you find sanctuary, you find peace, you find joy, right? And you're also probably going to be coming into a place where you're finding like-minded individuals, okay? We're going to get some more cards using the Moonology deck right here. And just so you know, I will link all of the decks I'm using in today's monthly prediction in the description box down below, okay? I apologize for my dog if you hear him chuffing in the background, okay? So can we get some more messages for pile number 1? We have, it's time to take action. Yes, new moon in Aries, right? Aries is the first of the signs, right? So you're going through this death and rebirth cycle. There is something that you left behind a long time ago that you are finally coming back to. You are finally coming back to this thing that you left behind so long ago. And to me, it is magic. To me, it is intuition. It is faith, spirituality, more of like the mystical realm, okay? And you are finally coming back to it. It's time for you to take action on it, to resurrect that belief. Whether or not it makes other people uncomfortable, you have to do it for you, right? That's why you have this flexibility. If you have like a family that is conservative, or you have friendships that are very conservative, or like don't believe in this whatsoever, you don't need to flaunt this in their faces, but you also don't need to like hide it. Like if it makes somebody uncomfortable, then respect their boundaries, but also put your boundaries down and say, I'm sorry, but like this is what I believe, right? It's not bad to have those boundaries. It's not bad to say how you feel and to like actually show your beliefs, right? And I get the feeling that for a long time you kind of left this in the background because you were scared of it, or other people didn't want you to believe in it, you were guilted to believe, like you felt guilty in believing it, or you didn't want to like hurt other people's feelings for this situation, whatever it is that you're resurrecting. But during the month of May, you're gonna have that Aries attitude of like, I'm sorry, but it's my time to shine. Like, this is what I believe in. I'm a grown adult. I can do as I will and believe in what I want to believe, and that's your time, right? Like, you can't hold yourself back because it makes other people feel uncomfortable. Like I said, you can put those boundaries down and you can find sanctuary with like friends and with your own home, but you also have to respect the boundaries of other people as well, okay? We have work through your fears, okay, new moon in Scorpio. So a lot of like heavy shell, soft underbelly type of creatures. And again, working through your fears. Whatever this fear is of like judgment from other people, it's during the month of May, it's time for you to actually finally like let go of that fear and start working on yourself. Start setting the boundaries for yourself of being like, yeah, no, I believe in this, and this is like how my life is going. This is the direction of where I'm going in my life, okay? We're gonna get a couple of the, what kind of cards are these called? The Wild or Goddess Oracle cards. We have the Manifestor that wanted to come out. If it'll focus for me, thank you. Monitoring your inner dialogue and using quantum affirmations daily can help you make real your desired life changes. Okay, so you guys are coming into a place of manifesting. Again, we have number 3 showing up here, number 12, okay? And this is the card, the Manifestor. Okay, yeah. It's time for you to monitor your inner dialogue, okay? And use affirmations so that you can manifest the things that you want during the month of May, okay? You're coming into that time of wanting to manifest things, okay? Wanting to really like, what's the right word? Wanting to really be authentic to who you are and to your journey, okay? Don't allow other people to hold you back just because they may not believe in what it is that you're doing or agree with it. Don't let them hold you back because it's your life, right? It's not anybody else's life. It's your life to change and make different. Oh my gosh, we have number 3 again. Number 21, the Inventor. This is a good time to amplify your focus and to clear and purify space in your world and in your mind to make way for something new. To make way for something new. Okay, this is the Inventor card. So with the Manifestor and the Inventor coming through, it's like you are taking the things that you have dealt with, like remember the resurrection, you're taking like these aspects of your life that you've dealt with or these beliefs that you've had for a while, and you're reinventing yourself into this new person. You're manifesting this new life for you during the month of May, these new beliefs that you're holding, okay? We also have the Teacher coming through, number 15. You would do well to read more and otherwise learn about those who have worked diligently to attain what you seek and succeeded, okay? So what is it that you want to like gain? What is it that you want to manifest, okay? Find people who have succeeded in achieving those things, right? Find those people, those mentors, right? So that you can learn from the teacher, so that you can become the manifestor, okay? During the month of May, it's going to be important for you to do a lot more observing and reading and listening than speaking. That is something important. Doing a lot more learning and observing and reading than speaking, okay? Using your mind and your ears over your voice during the month of May. Okay, so that you can be flexible, so you can find sanctuary, okay? And you can still take action, right? Without having to speak. Taking action doesn't always mean speaking. It doesn't always mean taking like visible action. Taking action is reading more and learning more about this thing. So for example, I'll just use myself again. When I started to get more into like witchcraft, what really set me off was when I was in art school, my younger sister had like this like witchcraft book, and I knew that it was important to her, so we had this book project where we had to like take an old book and like redo it and like make it all artsy and stuff. So I took her witchcraft book and I read every single page of that book while I was working on like the art and like making really beautiful illustrations for the herbs and doing like hand stitching and embroidery in it. And that kind of took me down this path of like, oh shit, I actually believe in a ton of this stuff. And I have for a long time. I just didn't realize that this was like witchcraft, because like I thought, you know, the church telling you the witchcraft is like the witches are, you know, with Satan and all of this stuff, which that would be Satanism. That's not witchcraft, right? So whatever this thing is for you that you're resurrecting into your life, become a student of it during the month of May. It's very important, okay? We're going to get some final messages with the Art Nouveau tarot deck, okay? Just to see what else is coming up for you during the month of May. If there's anything you need to know, any other messages that your spirit guides have for you, okay? File number 1. Oh, one flipped over right. Oh, we have the sun wanting to make an appearance. I got the sun, well, you know, from the Beatles. That song just came into my head. Yeah, starting again. This is like very Aries energy, like being that childlike wonder. Okay, resurrecting this like childlike belief that you had from a young age, or something that you've done a long time ago that is coming back into your life during the month of May, and you're finding so much joy and so much happiness in this. Okay, so whatever other people say to you, just remember that this thing brings you so much joy, so much fulfillment in your life. Don't let them and their fears, right? Don't let their fears bring you down during the month of May. Okay, I also want to say you may lose relationships during the month of May for some of you. Yeah, see, we have the Queen of Swords coming through here, okay? You are in touch with your like how you feel and like your intellect. You're in touch with how you're coming across to other people, and you're like, it doesn't matter if you don't believe what I believe, right? I'm going to continue to do the thing that I want to do because I am learning. I'm becoming I am becoming the teacher, the inventor, the manifester through. So from the beginning of May to the end, you start off as the teacher, or you start off as a student and you become the teacher, right? And you are going to most likely, right, with the birds up here, they just make me think of like crows, or like, what are those? The vultures, right? People who are trying to come and pick at you because they don't agree with you. Those are the people that in the future your relationships with them are no longer going to exist, because you're going to a different frequency than they are. So your relationships, you know, may start to break down with certain people. And I had the same thing. One of my best friends, I haven't spoken to her in almost a year and a half now because of this. Okay, we also have the 7 of Pentacles coming out here. Okay, yeah, so you're planting seeds for a future. Like I was saying, beginning of May, you're planting these seeds. So I would say like 6 months from now, you're gonna start to see kind of like the fruits of your labor during May. So what would that be? November, December time, you'll start to see like some of the things that you've been trying to manifest come to fruition, okay? We're going to get a couple more cards for you. Pile number 1. Oh, look at that. 2 wanted to come out right away. So first off, we have the Hierophant coming through. Yeah, you guys are starting a new tradition in your life. You're starting on a new adventure, and you are leaving behind old traditions, old beliefs. Okay, and that's totally fine. That's like part of your journey. Okay, but you're coming into this new place of, like I've been saying this whole time, religion, right? Whether you want to call magic religion, but new like spiritual beliefs you're coming into during the month of May. And again, it shows you kind of in this like teacher, kind of this higher up position compared to these people. So by the end of May, I really see you stepping into this position, because I feel like you've always had this inside of you. You've had this belief inside of you, and this kind of like innate ability to really express this belief forever, right? But it's now just restarting again. You're relighting this fire underneath yourself at the beginning of May, and by the end of May, you're coming into this Hierophant, this Queen of Swords position, okay? And the final card that we have is the Four of Cups making an appearance. So don't worry about the things that you don't have, okay? You actually have so much right now, and if you were to just adjust your views, or just like your perspective, you would see that you have so much other things over here, like the universe is trying to tell you. You have so many things over here, so don't worry about the things that spill. You don't worry about the things that you leave behind when you go on this path, because there's greater things on the horizons for you, okay, pile number one? So by the end of May, somebody is be giving you some sort of gift, or again, like this mentorship, like you're going to be gaining a lot of knowledge through the month of May. Okay, so if you enjoyed this monthly prediction for May 2023, then make sure to give me a big thumbs up. Let's put a sun emoji in the comments down below so that I know and everybody else knows you made it to the end of your reading. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to share with your friends. Okay, and if you felt drawn to any other piles, make sure to go check those out. I also post new tarot videos every Monday and Thursday at 4:44 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure to subscribe, and I'll see all of your loveliness in my next reading. Love you. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. This is your reading for your personal predictions for the month of May 2023. I almost said 22. So maybe May 2022 was significant for you. But this is your reading if you chose the number 444. Okay, so already you guys could be seeing this number, or you will start to see it during the month of May. And this number has so much to do with stability. So we're going to get right into your reading, see what is coming up for you the month of May 2023. So the first card we have is Spirit into Matter, Trillium. Spirit into Matter. So this is all about kind of manifesting what is in the spiritual realm into reality, like bringing things to fruition, okay? And doing it in a kind of like non-showy way. Like trilliums are, as a Canadian, as a person from Ontario, and this being our flower, these flowers, they always are on like the forest floors, creeping under vines in like darker areas, and they are so extremely beautiful and brilliant, like white and purple trilliums. So you are going to be, during the month of May, kind of bringing in these like gems into your life, but through unexpected means, or through shadow means, right? And I don't mean like bad shadow means, I just mean like in ways that you won't expect, or in ways that like right after something kind of bad happens, good things come from it, right? It's like you replace the bad things with the good things during the month of May, okay? So we're gonna get some more information about what is going on for you in the month of May. I'm gonna link all of the decks that I used in the description box down below, okay? So we will get some messages from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck on what is coming into your life for the month of May 2023, pile number 2. Oh, Owl Spirit Wisdom wants to make an appearance right away. Number 27, okay? So finding a lot of wisdom during this time is going to be incredible for you, okay? You're tapping into, again, like owls always make me think of like magic and intuition and kind of like spirituality that like, not that owls are dark in any way, but it just makes me think of more of like a magical type of being, right? Because of how wise they are and how they're seen as a totem animal for magic. So maybe you are able to tap into the wisdom of maybe shadow work during the month of May will be helpful for you. Okay, we're gonna get some more messages. This card wants to come out. We have Maple Spirit Generosity wanting to make an appearance. Number 23, okay? So you're going to be receiving, somebody is gonna help you, right? And you also will be paying that forward through your generosity, right? I like how we have a lot of like Canadian symbols here with the Trillium and the Maple Spirit. Not that Trilliums and Maple Spirits are like exclusively Canadian, but you know, we have a maple leaf on our flag, for example, and Trillium is like one of our, I think it's like Ontario's like flower. It's illegal to pick it or to do anything with it here if you see it growing wild. So like we have a lot of kind of like red Canadian energy. So maybe you are Canadian, or maybe during the month of May you will be coming to Canada for whatever reason, okay? We're also going to get some animal spirit guides for you to see what animal spirits are going to be around you. If you were drawn to pile number 1, they also had the owl spirit as an animal totem. So I would go check that out if you were drawn to pile number 1. And get some messages for pile number 2. What animal spirits for the month of May are going to be out? Ooh, Wombat Spirit, be at home. Be at home. Okay. Maybe you are Canadian and like you don't live in Canada and it's like calling you back home, because 4 talks about stability. It talks about like home and like that kind of like family and home and stability, right? So maybe you're finding that like you want to be at home more, or maybe something to do with a home is going to be coming in during the month of May. Like maybe you're trying to manifest a home during the month of May and you're able to find the perfect home, right? Because wombats are very like homebody type of energy. They like to be ones that stay at home and enjoy. Oh my god, okay, this just flipped out. I will show you in a second, but wombats like to be at home. They like to enjoy their own privacy, the luxuries of being at home, right? And there's nothing wrong with being a homebody, but maybe during the month of May something causes you to be more of a homebody by the end of the month, okay? The next card we have is Owl Spirit. You see clearly now, number 43. Okay, you see clearly now, number 43. So you obviously have an owl totem, right? And like I said, if you were drawn to pile number 1, go check them out. They didn't have this card, but they had a different card with a different owl. So I go check that out, okay? But you are seeing clearly now where your priorities need to lie. Maybe you have been focused so much on trying to manifest like spirit into matter, right? And you're finally seeing the wisdom of like, actually, I need to spend my time at home, because maybe during the month of May something happens to make you like reevaluate where you're spending a majority of your time. Like maybe you're spending so much of your time like trying to make something happen that isn't happening. And when you take a step back, right, you can clearly see that your priorities are not in the right place. And starting back at square root, right, starting back at your roots. But when this card came out, it made me think about roots, even though you don't see the roots, but trees always make me think of like family tree and roots and stuff. So coming back to your roots, coming back to square one is going to be very helpful, because there's lots of wisdom that can be found at your home, at the root of square one, right? Okay, we're gonna get some more messages with the Moonology Oracle deck right here, pile number 2, to see what is going on for you in the month of May. Bobby, shh. So we are going to use the Moonology Oracle deck to get some more messages for you for the month of May of what is kind of coming into your life and what you can expect. Okay, I'm going to choose this card. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Okay, so some earth energy showing up here. Hard work is paying off, new moon and Capricorn. Okay, so by the end of the month, I think, you know what? This makes so much sense to me. Okay, so when you focus so hard on trying to make something come to fruition, it always tends to take twice as long or never comes about, because you're focusing so much on the fact that you don't actually have this thing yet, right? When you need to focus on your family, you need to focus on yourself, you need to focus on being at home, taking it easy, right? And when the end of the month comes, you're going to see that your generosity at home, your generosity with other people, you paying it forward to other people, is going to help show the universe that you are ready for this thing, that you're able to bring this thing in the way that you wanted to, and they're going to be generous, or somebody else in your life is going to be generous and offer you a gift to get this business off the ground, offer you a gift to help you get into school, or maybe a mentor comes into your life so that you can learn more about whatever it is that you're trying to bring into fruition, right? And you're going to see clearly that the wisdom that can be found is inside of you and all of around you, right? And by the end of the month, your hard work that you've been doing at home and in yourself, and instead of this thing you're trying to manifest, will pay off into this thing that you are trying to manifest. Okay, let me get one more card from the Moonology Oracle deck. Yes, conclusions are within reach, people, right? You can see it, but it's like shrouded by these trees. Like, you're not sure exactly how to get there. Some of it's pointy. You don't know, like, if you should go the long way around or whatever, but that totally goes with what I was just saying. Like, somebody's going to come along and give you a chainsaw to remove these trees so you can get to that place. Somebody's going to be generous to you because you've been generous to them, right? And you will see by the end of the month, you'll be like, you know what? I need to focus my priorities in a different way. Instead of trying to be, not that you're selfish or self-centered, but instead of focusing all of my time and energy on this thing that I don't have, or the thing that I want to bring into existence, it's telling the universe, right, that you kind of come from a scarcity mindset, right? Instead of just knowing, right, if I go home and I just rest and I am a generous person and I try and help other people from the goodness of my heart, that stability will come in for itself, because I know in my heart of hearts that it's going to come in, right? It's like when you go to a restaurant and you order like a cheeseburger, you know that you're going to get your cheeseburger, but you don't know, like, is it going to come in 5 minutes? Is it going to come in 15 minutes? Is it going to have tomatoes on it when you ask for no tomatoes, right? It could come in a way that you don't expect it to, right? With the Trillium, it's going to come in through some sort of way that you're not expecting it to, or it's going to come out of you coming from a place of realizing that, like, maybe you're working too hard, or you're trying to manifest this thing because you don't believe in yourself enough. Like you have attached your self-worth to this situation. And when you finally go home and start from square one, start to become a happier person or a more stable person emotionally or in friendships and things like that, that your hard work, not only emotionally and spiritually, but also in this thing that you're trying to manifest, will come in through the generosity of the universe and through the generosity of somebody else that you don't even expect. Okay? So we're going to get a couple more cards from the Wild Goddess Oracle deck here. Oh, wow. Oh, the truth. The truth. I'm just spitting straight truth, apparently. So the truth. Let me focus that. You cannot be truthful with another person unless you are first truthful and honest with yourself. The truth is not afraid of questions. Yeah, are you being truthful with yourself? Are you being truthful with like how much you're working? Are you being truthful with why you're working? Are you being truthful with like, are you actually just staying at home so much that you're not actually putting these things into actions? Like what I've been saying could go the other way. Like maybe you've been at home so long, you're not actually really trying to do something. You're just expecting that the generosity of somebody else will come in, when in fact you have to do the work, right? You have to have the hard work for it to pay off, right? You have to be truthful with yourself, like where you actually are in this situation during the month of May. Okay, that's going to be really important for you during the beginning of May. The next card we have is the Critic, number 30. Okay, so the 30th of May could be important. The Critic. Constructive criticism, when asked for, is a gift between friends, but perfectionism, overanalysis, and pickiness do more harm than good. Maybe that's something that's, causing you to not manifest this thing. And during the month of May, you start to really evaluate like the truth behind why you're not manifesting this thing, right? Is because you have perfectionism, overanalysis, and pickiness. You're being too hard on yourself, or you're expecting it to come in a certain way. And Spirit is saying to like loosen the grip on that, because it's going to come in the way that it's meant to. Like there's a lesson here for you to learn, which is why it's coming in a certain way and why it's not coming in perfectly right now. Okay, I just got a message on my phone. It says, don't be afraid of the pain in your heart. It's there to let you know that you are alive. Okay, I've never had that happen. Like I have like a little astrology thing that I get every day. So don't be afraid of the pain in your heart. It's there to let you know that you are alive, right? Maybe you guys have been holding off your emotional feeling because of something that's happened at home when you were younger, right? And during the month of May, you're coming through that to like realize, why do I have perfectionism? Why do I have overanalysis, pickiness? Am I using work as a means to kind of punish myself because I don't see the worth in myself, right? And by the end of the May, you're seeing clearly through all of this, so that you can get to that healthy place, so that you can manifest. Maybe you are like the thing that you're trying to manifest isn't what you need right now, and what you're manifesting is a better relationship with yourself by the end of May, right? And therefore, those roots are starting to take, and those gems are starting to grow, and in 6 months from now, like November, you come into a place of being able to actually manifest this thing that you have been trying to manifest for a long time. So we're going to get one more card from the Wild Oracle or Goddess Oracle deck. We have the Dawn. Do not be discouraged. If things look dark and hopeless, the sun rises each day, revealing new possibilities and renewed hope. Yeah, number 2. Do not be discouraged if things look dark and hopeless, right? That's where things take form, right? It's like in the spring. In the spring, all the flowers sprout, but they have to start from somewhere. They start in the darkness, in the womb of the winter space, right? Things happen in the darkness, things that we don't need to know about right now. So when you have this renewed sense of possibility, this renewed sense of who you truly are, what it means to be at home in your own body, in your own self, right? You will come to these conclusions. You will come to this place of manifesting the things that you want to manifest, so spirit into matter, right? Okay, so we're going to get final messages with my Art Nouveau tarot deck to see what else is coming for you. Pile number 2, okay? And I am not taking any reversal tarot cards in today's reading. I wanted to do everything just upright. So if you see them flip over, just know I'm not doing reversals today. Okay. I guess I shuffled this random card in by accident. We'll take this card. Oh, Death. Look at the Death card. The Death card came out. Yeah, you guys are, that's kind of like the sense that I was like kind of getting. So you guys are going through this like death and rebirth cycle. You are, again, like I said at the beginning, starting at ground zero, right? You're starting at ground zero. You're seeing your roots for what they are. You're seeing the truth, seeing clearly, and seeing the wisdom that actually you've had for your entire life. But it's taken you to go through this whole cycle and come back to the beginning again for you to put those things into action, to put the truth into action, right? You have to ask yourself the hard questions so that you can move forward on this positive path. Okay, pile number 2. Some more messages for pile number 2. Okay. Wahoo, we have the King of Pentacles. Yeah. King of Pentacles. You are manifesting this. Okay, and like I said, I think that the King of Pentacles situation isn't coming for you at the end of May. I think it's coming 6 months from now. Okay, I think that this cycle that you're going through right now, the death and rebirth cycle, is imperative into you believing in yourself, because the King of Pentacles is somebody who is generous, right? He is somebody who cares about other people. He's somebody who has so much wealth and abundance that he isn't afraid to help other people. He is the person who would give, you know, all of his clothes off of his body to help somebody else if they were poor, or they were cold, or they were in need of help, right? And that's who you are at your core. And I think that you're starting to rediscover that about yourself during the month of May, because you've been so focused the last, I don't know however long this has been, but it feels like a very long cycle you've been on this, especially because we have the new moon card, right? Like we're having like new energy come into the scene, this death and rebirth, right? Especially with the owl. Death and rebirth, mystical kind of energy of you being this person who stands in their truth and asks themselves the hard questions. The King of Pentacles is somebody who asks himself the hard questions. He's somebody who isn't too good to, you know, go pick up a broom and like start sweeping. He's not somebody, he's very humble, and that's who you are coming to be. Okay, and May is setting you up for that, so that in November, December, when you start to come into this new phase of being the King of Pentacles, that you have done the work, you have seen the wisdom, you have seen clearly, right? We also have the Strength card making an appearance. Okay, so we have 2 major arcana cards and then a court card. Like you have a lot of energy about you for the month of May, and it's going to take a lot of strength for you to really like resolve this kind of like truth that you have kind of not been telling yourself and not being like very truthful with yourself about during the month of May. Okay, but you are doing it in a loving, positive way, and that's why we have the home, be at home, because you are going through such a emotionally and physically taxing place, because you are going into a new vibration in the month of May. By the end of May, you are in a new vibration, right? You are becoming a more stable version of yourself, right? That's why we have the 4 showing up here. That's why you will see the 4s. It's because you are coming into a more stable version of yourself. Somebody who knows where they want to go. Somebody who is generous. Like I said, somebody who is the King of Pentacles, right? Somebody who is wise, somebody who's generous, somebody who's humble. But you have to be truthful with where you've been. And during the month of May, it's going to be a very introspective time. That's why we have the owls coming out here, okay? And we also have the 3 of Cups coming here. So lots of joy coming into your life, okay? Just because you're going through a time of introspective and like truth-telling kind of to yourself doesn't mean that you can't have joy in your life. In fact, that's actually how you're going to make it through this place, is by having the highest of high emotions and the lowest of low emotions. Having the strength to look at everything as if it's not being done to you, but it's being done for you, right? You can see clearly now that everything is a lesson in this life. During the month of May, you're either going to cultivate friendships that really like push you forward, like universe is going to bring friendships into your life that really push you forward and elevate you, or you are going to cultivate, or you're going to have previous friendships that come back into you when you go home. People that you haven't spoken to in a while that come back into your life that like you're like, damn, I actually missed this. I actually missed your friendship. That's kind of what I see here, that you're going to have other people that help lift you up during this time of kind of this death cycle of feeling kind of low and high and like very all over the place with your emotions, okay? People who show you the gift of generosity, people who show you the wisdom of being a kind and generous friend, right? And that's how you're going to become this King of Pentacles. Can we get one more card for the King of Pentacles? Yes, number 4, 4 of Swords, rest. That's exactly what I've been talking about this whole time. May is a month of rest for you guys. Okay, because you are going through this kind of like vibration shift, you need to have rest. That's why you have to have the home card, right? Going home, going within, being introspective. I'm surprised that the Hermit didn't actually show up here, but I think that would be kind of redundant for that to show up. But your first number is 4, your last number is 4. You will be seeing 4s, and this is a time for rest so that you can be the strongest and most stable version of yourself in the future with the King of Pentacles, right? And the King of Pentacles, again, is not just somebody who is like generous and nice and like all of these things. He is, but he's somebody who's strong, okay? He's seen stuff. That's why he is the way he is, because he's like, I've gone through hell and back, and I know what it's like to be in such a place that is like so low, right? When you're somebody who can experience the lowest of lows, you can experience the highest of highs. And that's what you're coming into, especially by the end of this year. I know that this is supposed to just be a May reading, but I really get the sense that a lot of you in 6 months from now, because this is such like, this is the beginning of like a very like introspective time for you. By the end of December, at least, of this year, you will be this King of Pentacles. You will be somebody who is successful monetarily, with friendships, right? In relationships, in generosity, somebody that people look up to, somebody who is humble. Like, you are going to be all around, like, just a kind and generous and amazing human being. And you're going to find the truth. You cannot be truthful with another person unless you are first truthful and honest with yourself. The truth is not afraid of questions. Do not be afraid to ask yourself hard questions. Do not be afraid of hard questions, because those hard questions during the month of May is what is going to help you on your path towards this King of Pentacles. And that's why you need so much rest, because emotionally you're going to be going through it, okay? So pile number 2, if you enjoyed this monthly prediction for the month of May 2023, then make sure to give me a big thumbs up. Okay, it really helps my channel out. Let's put a lion emoji in the comments down below so that I know and everybody else knows that you made it to the end of your reading. Okay, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, make sure to share, and let me know in the comments down below how this reading resonated with you. Make sure to subscribe because I will be posting new videos every Monday and Thursday at 4:44 p.m. That's so funny that we have this number for that. I guess I'll see you guys in my next reading. Love you. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. This is your personal monthly predictions for the month of May 2023 if you chose the number 1, 2, 3, 4. And you may already be seeing 1234, or during the month of May you will start seeing this number. Just know this is confirmation from your spirit guides that you are on your path, okay? You are taking it step by step. That's what 1, 2, 3, 4 means. Now, you guys are special because you actually had 2 of my herbology cards fly out, and they flew out together. So I took that as they both need to come out together at the same time. So we are going to get right into what is coming up for you in the month of May 2023. First card is Tap into Your Resources, Burdock. Yeah, during the month of May, you need to be very persistent. Burdock is like their roots, they can grow through anything. They can grow through gravel, they can grow through cracks in like tiny little cracks in the sidewalk, right? And you need to be very resourceful this month and tap into that resourceful part of yourself, okay? We also have, we'll do it like this. We also have Crack Open Rose. Lots of thorniness, like burdocks and roses are very thorny, okay? So maybe you guys during the month of May may come off as thorny towards other people, but just know like that's just part of like kind of what's going on with you, because we have crack open, and to me like burdock cracks through the surface, they crack through everything. So going deep within, being persistent, not only like with what you want to achieve like in the material world during the month of May, but also what you want to achieve in the emotional and spiritual world will be very important. Following the moon cycle, so maybe the full moon in May will be important for you. I will put it on the screen right here when the full moon will be, so maybe that will be important for some of you, okay? But burdock and rose, look into those plants if you've never heard of burdock before, but it's very thistly, very yeah, not stingy, but thistly, so it can poke you. It's beautiful, but it can prickle you, right? Same with the rose, beautiful but can prickle you, okay? So maybe don't get too close to other people. Be focused more so on yourself and what it is that you want to achieve. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. What are the phases, right? What are the things, the steps that you need to take during the month of May to achieve what it is that you're trying to achieve? Okay, we're gonna get some animal guides from this animal spirit, or the Spirit Animal Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reid. I will link all of the decks that I used today in the description box down below, okay? So let's see what animal guides you have for the month of May. One wanted to come out, 2. Perfect. We'll start with this one. Ooh, Peacock Spirit, Let It Shine. Number 46, yeah. Let yourself shine, okay? Be the most authentic, brightest version of you, okay? And just because maybe you don't have like the resources that you want, you don't have the things that you want right now, doesn't mean that you should let that stop you from letting yourself shine, right? Being beautiful, presenting yourself as beautiful as the rose, right? Cracking through people's expectations, cracking through your own expectations, okay? And when you do that, you're able to tap into your resources. What are your resources? Beauty is your resource. Your voice is your resource, your strength, your ability to connect with other people, your whatever it is for you, right? Like your baking ability, that's just a random thing. Your baking ability is like part of your resources. What do you have that you can kind of take advantage of so that you can get to the next stage, to the next step? Okay, let yourself shine. We also have, oh my gosh, another like kind of pokey thing. Porcupine spirit. It's time for beginner mind. Time for beginner mind. Okay, you're starting something. Okay, starting something new, or it's like something that you have tried to do before, but you're starting it with a new and fresh mind. Okay, starting at, again, 1, 2, 3, 4. What are the steps that you need to take? Starting at ground zero to really move forward all the way up to the last and final phase where you want to be. Okay, and you are somebody who, during the month of May, somebody who is very like shiny, comes off like really like, you know, fancy and like fun and beautiful to other people, right? But if people rub you the wrong way, you aren't afraid to like have a tiff with them, right? So that's important for you to know, is to just manage your, I don't want to say anger, but like manage like your emotions a little bit better during the month of May. Because if somebody, you know, somebody could say something that they don't mean, and you could take it as one way and they meant it another way, and then it kind of like, sorry about that everyone, my camera battery just died, so I'm not sure exactly where I left off. But what I'm gonna say about the porcupine spirit is that what I was trying to say with like the rose, porcupine, and the burdock is that you may come across to people during the month of May as like this peacock, like very like vivacious, like this very like, you know, beautiful kind of creature. But if somebody says something to you that you don't like, you can sting, you can prick them, right? And I think that that is important for you to kind of acknowledge, because sometimes people say things that we take in one way when they mean it a different way, and we need to be kind of self-reflective on like how we may come across towards other people. Even though we're trying to be resourceful and trying to be persistent and, you know, crack open and make sure that we're following the steps, sometimes we can come across as stingy or as thistly, right? When we don't mean to. Okay, so that's important for you guys to note during this month. So the next cards we're going to go in with are the Moonology cards, and I will link all of the cards that I'm using in today's reading down below. So we have a fiery climax approaches full moon in Aries. Okay. Yeah, again, like I was kind of saying, like sometimes you could come off during this month as very one way, and then you can, your temper or your emotions can kind of get involved, and you could just go like, ah, and like kind of like burst open, crack open at people, right? Yeah, it's important that you don't try and like come off too fiery during this month, because I get the feeling that you may go off at somebody during May because they say something and you take it the wrong way, or your emotions just get the best of you, which I mean happens to everybody. But I get the feeling that somebody who is important to your steps that you're going to take is either going to be on the receiving end of this kind of like fieriness, or is going to witness you going off on somebody. So it's important that you guys remember to pick and choose your battles, okay? If somebody says something, did they mean it that way, or did you perceive it one way? You know what I mean? A fiery climax approaches. The ending is coming near. The steps that we're going towards, okay? I also think that you are coming to a close of this cycle with fiery climax approaches with this like kind of thorny thistly attitude because of what will happen in May. And I think it's inevitable. I think that we all sometimes need to go through like harsher situations or like learning situations. It could not, it probably isn't even going to be like that big of a deal. It's probably just like your emotions getting the best of you and you just like having like a little like freak out for a second, and then somebody being like, hey, you know, let's talk through this. Why do you feel this way? Let's figure this out, right? Taking the steps 1, 2, 3, 4, being persistent. Okay, I'll get one more card. Ooh, your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Okay, yeah. So maybe you've been working on this. Maybe this is like this kind of like prickly thorniness of you, especially because Capricorn, not that Capricorn is like thorny or anything, but Capricorn can come off as like hard and unfeeling sometimes. So maybe you have been working on this kind of like aspect of yourself where you can come across as like very demure, very beautiful, and then like very fiery if you get heated, right? Like if your emotions kind of get involved. And so and you don't, not that you don't care, but it can come across as if you don't care what other people think because you're just like so upset about the situation. So I feel like that is coming to a close, right? With climax approaches and hard work is paying off. It's like two things are coming to a close, okay? And you're being persistent in this pursuit of moving forward away from letting your emotions dictate how you kind of approach situations, okay? We're going to get some other cards with the Sacred Forest Oracle deck right here. Okay, get some more messages for pile number 3 for May. Ooh, Crystal Cave Trust. Number 9? 9? Yeah, number 9. Okay, so yeah, trust in the universe, trust in like whatever this situation is that happens, this climax that happens. Just trust that like you are here for a reason and that it was meant to happen for a reason. And I feel like you will be going in by the end of the month, going into this cave, into this new place. Like I feel like even though we have like 1, 2, 3, 4 as like steps that you're taking, I feel like the final step is you going into like a cocoon state, right? Since we have the phases of like going to the full moon and then retreating back to the new moon, right? Going from the full moon to the new moon here. Okay, especially with this right here with the phases. I think that when you finally go through this whole phase of cracking yourself open and understanding like why is it the way that you express yourself, why do your emotions come out this way, and letting yourself truly shine and like becoming like the kind of understanding why you do the things you do, like I was trying to say before. Sorry, I'm just very like all over the place right now because I feel like there's just like a lot of emotions that you guys have, a lot of energy that you have, which is why you're having like this, like these outbursts, right? I think by the end of May, you will go into this cave of like, okay, I really need to do the work on going inward. Okay, I've been cracking open, but I need to go inward to figure out why I've been cracking open. Do you know what I mean? Cracking open so that you can go into that crack and figure out why it is that you are the way you are so that you can let yourself shine. Okay, we're gonna get one more card from this deck for pile number 3 for the month of May. What is going to be going on with them? Ooh, yeah, Bear Spirit Healing. Number 4, right? What was I just saying? The 4th step is you going inward and healing. Number 4, Bear Spirit Healing. Wow. It's like, just like totally getting called out right there. Yeah, by the end of May, you guys are going in to healing. You're going into this cave and you need to trust that, you know, whatever quote unquote bad situation, like like I'm saying, it's going to be different for everybody. So like it could be like, you know, a big situation, or it could just be like you have like a small little outburst with like a close friend and they're like, bro, like I understand you feel a certain way, but like we need to really figure out why it is that you feel that you know, feel this way, or the outbursts that you have, right? There's a lot of healing that needs to go on, and that's why you come across as this very like, I feel like you try to finesse your way, especially since we have Capricorn. It's like, not that Capricorn is showy at all, but it's like, you know, they want to come across as like the smartest, the brightest, the most, you know, beautiful, like the peacock. Like they want to come across this way, not like a Leo, where Leo like wants the attention, but Capricorn wants you to think that they're the smartest, right? And you come across that way, like very, this is who I am and this is what I am. But then somebody gets too close to you, or your emotions get involved, and you have to like throw a thorn their way, or you have to try and like, you know, sting them or sting yourself, right? And you don't see why you're doing that. And this is the time during May where you're going to be going through a lot of healing. By the end of May, you're going into a time of a lot of healing. Okay, I feel like June, I would say like June to like September is kind of what I'm hearing, is like you going through a lot of healing. Okay, so we are going to get a couple messages from the Wild Goddess Oracle deck. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Ooh. We have the Balancer, number 31. Okay, the Balancer. Soar beyond all limiting concepts and embrace your spiritual self. Soar beyond all limiting concepts, embrace your spiritual self in the place beyond female and male, where we all truly are one energy. Yeah, maybe you're not like embracing, like whether or not like you identify with the gender you were like born with. That could be something that you're dealing with for some people out there. But for most people, I have the sense that it's more so like you dealing with the balance of your energy, right? Balancing the energy that you have inside of you right now, because there is so much like kind of like not untapped energy, but like untamed energy. You have a lot of like untamed energy. And so by the I think there's 31 days in May. Is there? Let me check on my calendar, because like I have the feeling by the end of May that you're really coming, again, like I was saying, coming into this time of healing, of balance, of trying to really understand like who you are as a human being. Yeah, by the 31st of May, there's 31 days in May. I also think that you have to trust yourself, trust the people who are trying to help you, and trust the universe. Trust that all of this is meant for your highest good, okay? So we're going to get a couple more messages for my pile number 3s for May. Oh, 2 wanted to come out, so we'll do this one first. We have, number 41, the higher self. Yeah, so your higher self is actually coming through and trying to guide you. Okay, this is why I was feeling very kind of all over the place, because I felt you, but I felt like different versions of you that were going on. So this makes sense. So you guys are on this pathway. You're getting on the pathway during the month of May. Your higher self has a message for you right now. Stop longing, still your mind, and allow your higher self to use its infinite resources, oh my God, to comfort and guide you to the fulfillment of your desires. Tap your resources. So connect with your higher self. You have so many resources at your disposal. And your higher self has been trying to connect with you, which is probably why you're having lots of like outbursts, is because you're connecting with the energy of your higher self, right? Also, we have 41 and 31. Okay. still your mind. Still your mind. Stop trying to get somewhere. Stop trying to crack through. Stop trying to do these steps. What you need to do is trust in the healing that is going to be going on during the month of May and thereon afterwards, because that is the true hard work, right? The hard work isn't trying to come across a certain way to people, or trying to like look cool to other people, or trying to be like, you know, the person with this and that and blah blah blah. Like, it's not about the material stuff. It's not about the way that you show up in the world right now. It's about how you're dealing with your emotions and the flow of your emotions. And you know, right? You know that your desires that you have, this longing, right, that you have, the only way for you to get to it, right, is to follow these steps. And the first step is healing. Okay? The first step is acknowledging that you need the healing. Okay? And by the end of the month, right, the fourth step, right, with the healing, is you going into this cave and finally doing that healing that your higher self has been calling you to do. Because that's why you've been having these emotional outbursts, is because you've been trying to, maybe you've been trying to do healing, or maybe you've known you've needed to do healing for a while, but it's so like emotionally taxing that like it's hard for you to even think like, oh, I want to even try that, right? The next card we have is number 45, the Dreamer. Look to your day and night dreams for guidance. Keep dreaming, keep envisioning, and give back by helping others realize their dreams. The Dreamer. Okay? Help give back by helping others realize their dreams. So that's where you're going towards, right? You have so many resources, like your higher self was saying, an infinite amount of resources that you know that you have at your disposal, but it's hard for you to really like get a grasp on them right now because of all of like the emotional kind of things that you're going through, or you will be going through by the end of May. That you know by the end of May, this cave that you're going into, you're able to envision like where you want to come out on the other side, and you're willing to do all of that hard work so that you can help others actualize their dreams, right? You will let yourself shine. You will start to let yourself shine from the inside out. And instead of poking people, you are going to start to elevate people. Okay, that's like part of your like kind of karmic destiny, is to like heal yourself so that you can help to heal others, because you have gone through so much. That's why you have this infinite like abundance and resources at your disposal. Okay, I keep saying disposable. I meant disposal. Okay, so we're gonna get some final messages with the Art Nouveau tarot deck. Okay, so can we get some messages for pile number 3 on, you know, what their May looks like, any other information for them that they need to know about this healing. Oh, 2 wanted to come out. Okay, and also I'm not doing reversal, so I'll flip that up. Yeah, we've got the 10 of Wands here. So you feel like there's like a burden that you've been carrying around, which is maybe like it's like a secret burden inside of you, which is why maybe you have been kind of lashing out the way that you do, or you have these emotional outbursts the way that you do. Okay, and then we also have the 7 of Pentacles. So yes, this is what I was talking about. You going into this cave, you're planting the seeds, right? You're planting the seeds this month so that in a couple months down the line, you can actually meet your higher self and become your higher self. Start helping others realize their dreams. So maybe like you going on this kind of like journey and going into the cave by the end of May is how you're meant to like show up in the world, like what your kind of like purpose is to help other people like see their burdens, see their traumas, see their things, like help them go through healing. But the only way you can get there is by doing the healing for yourself first, right? Taking the steps to do the healing for yourself so that you can crack open, so that you can be open to all of the resources you have within you, so that you can be the balancer for other people, so you can let yourself shine, so you can, have this beginner mindset. You need to start back at the beginning at step one. Step one is admitting that you need healing, right? That's kind of what you're going through, okay? But you're planting really great seeds that are going to be helping you not just socially and like in your purpose, but also monetarily. You're going to be able to monetize this purpose so that you can help other people. So it could be like a therapist, it could be mystic, it could be like helping somebody. Oh my gosh, I just got the Justice card, and I was about to say like helping people find like people who have, had terrible things happen to them, helping them find their justice, and the Justice card came out, right? Helping people find their justice, uncover their justice, their dreams, okay? I'm gonna get a couple more cards for pile number 3 for what their May has in store for them. Oh, we just had 1, 2, okay, yes, okay, we're gonna start with this. Oh yeah, 5 of Pentacles. You've felt out in the cold. You felt like you've been out by yourself for a long time. And the final card we have is the 8 of Cups. So you're leaving something behind that's been very emotional for you. And again, to me, that is you going into this cave down here, right? You are going on this new journey that you're leaving everything behind. You're starting new, right? You're starting new on this journey, which is why we have like the porcupine spirit, beginner mind, right? Even though you've learned so much through the years, right? You are leaving this thing behind, these emotions, this kind of way in which you've kind of viewed the world, or have used coping mechanisms. Like you're leaving all of that behind because you are trusting in the divine. You are trusting in this message right now that I'm telling you. It is time for you to go into this kind of hermit mode, into this place where you deserve this justice in your life. You do not deserve to feel like left out in the cold. You do not deserve to feel like you have to carry this burden around with you for your entire life. It's time for you to do healing. It's time for you to plant those seeds and walk away from them and go on the journey and come back and find this justice. Okay? So pile number 3, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Let's leave a bear emoji in the comments down below so that I know and everybody else knows that you made it to the end of your reading. Okay, if you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe because I post new videos every Monday and Thursday at 4:44 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And all of the comments, all of the shares, all of the likes really helps my videos reach more people. Okay, so thank you guys all so much for watching this video. Make sure to go check out any other readings if you felt drawn to one. And I'll see all of your loveliness in my next video soon. Bye! Hi, pile number 4. This is your reading for what is coming up in the month of May 2023. So this is all your personal predictions if you chose the number 222, okay? So this number is probably something you've been seeing recently or that you will start to see in the month of May, okay? Just know that that means that spirit guide, your higher self, whoever is going to be coming through today is trying to send you a message, okay? So make sure you're paying attention when you see that number to what you were doing, what you were thinking about, or what just happened. So I've already gone ahead and chosen one card. Well, I didn't choose it. I shuffled it out, okay, out of my Herbology deck. And we're just going to get right into what is coming for you in the month of May 2023. Oh, Perseverance, the Sun. We've got Dandelion, right? Dandelions can grow in any place, really. Like any place where there's a tiny crack of soil. I also just saw 111 on the clock, okay? So just know you're meant to be here right now. We have the sun showing up. You guys are going to be finding a lot of perseverance through the month of May. That's like your overall theme, is persevering no matter what conditions are around you. You are going to see the good in everything. You are going to see that your seeds can kind of go in whatever direction. So if you're trying to manifest anything, see in this, if we look really closely, I think you guys can see the little seeds of the dandelions are like flying away, going in all different directions. And that's kind of the energy you're going to be having during this month, is that like no matter where you are, how the conditions are, that your seeds, your thoughts that you're putting into the universe, right? The sun's the universe. Your thoughts you're putting into the universe is going to dictate how much you grow, how much you persevere, right? So if you're putting good thoughts into the universe, you're going to more likely persevere. If you are putting kind of negative thoughts into the universe, even if like, just say there's something bad that happened in your life, right? Sorry, my dog just sneezed. If there's something bad that happened in your life, if you continue to have negative thoughts towards it, even if it is something that is negative, right? That's what you're gonna like just kind of create. What you're gonna continue to create is like this negative kind of loop, right? But if you take yourself out of that situation and try and change your perspective, even just 1 degree of a perspective shift can change the way that your trajectory is going, the way that your seed is going, where the wind is taking your seed, okay? So we're going to get some messages from the Animal Spirit Guide deck just to see what animal spirit guides are with you during the month of May 2023. Okay, pile number 4. Oh, look at dog spirit. That's so funny that my dog sneezed during the reading and you get dog spirit. Number 19, be loyal to what you love. Yeah, this makes so much sense with the dandelion spirit, right? If you have something that, you know, you really love that you've been trying to manifest and it just like is not growing the way that you want it to, just continue to have the sight. Just continue to persevere. Continue to have those positive thoughts that it will come. It doesn't matter how it's going to come. It doesn't matter where it's going to grow from, how long it's going to take. Just know that it's going to get there and be loyal to it because you love it. Right? With the sun, it's all about joy. It's all about love. So be loyal to what you love, what you are trying to manifest, right? During the month of May. Also, the 19th could be important since we have the 19 showing up here. Okay, let's get another animal spirit guide for pile number 4. Oh, okay, we just had like 8 cards flip out. Okay, this one wants to come out. Oh, porcupine spirit. Time for beginner mind. Oh my gosh. Okay, number 48. If you were at all called to pile number 3, I would go watch pile number 3 because porcupine spirit was also with them. Okay, so this is again like beginning something new, right? Maybe having a different perspective, how we were talking about having like positive and negative perspectives. Maybe right now during the beginning of the month, you're like, oh, this thing is just not working out, right? Maybe you need to have that perspective shift. Maybe you should look at it with like a fool mind, with a beginner mind, right? Be loyal to what it is that you love and have like a fool mind, because maybe with like a perspective shift, instead of looking at the fact that you're on the edge of this cliff, right? Maybe you're going to look at how beautiful the sun is, how beautiful the temperature is, instead of looking at the fact that you're on this cliff. Do you know what I mean? So have a change in mind and persevere in being loyal to what you love during the month of May is going to be very important to your journey. Pile number 4, okay? So we're going to get some messages from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck. And if I didn't say this already, I will link all of the decks in the description box down below if you want to check them out. Okay. Okay, well, we had just had 3 that wanted to come out. Okay, so I guess 3 wanted to come out for you, pile number 4. So the first card we have is Meandering Pathway, Flow, following your pathway. It's okay if you veer off the pathway once in a while. Okay, those are meant for you. Those are challenges meant to bring you back to the pathway. They're also lessons for you to learn when you go off into the bush and you like get confused, especially like it's going to help you persevere down this pathway. Okay, we also have number 24 on this. Okay, how do I want to do this? I wasn't expecting to have 3 cards come out from this. We also have a Wise Woman of the Grove, Grace, number 49. See, we've got this treasure inside of you that's somewhere down the pathway that you are really trying to get to, right? This thing that you're trying to manifest. You need to give yourself grace if it doesn't show up the way that you thought that it was going to. Okay, it also lives deep inside of you, and you have spirit guides that are coming through. See her in the forest back there? You have spirit guides that are guiding you, and the reason why you are maybe experiencing delays in like your manifestation coming through during the month of May is because you need to experience this perseverance. You need to experience tests. Like sometimes the universe will test. Bubby, are you okay? Are you okay, honey? Oh my God, Bubby, are you okay? All right, my dogs are just making appearances over and over again during this reading. Okay, so what I was trying to say is that when you get spirit guides like this, they're trying to test your strength, trying to test your perseverance. Are you really loyal to this thing? Is this something that you really want? Right? So this is a month of like trial and error and testing you to see. So that thing that you're thinking about right now in your head, that thing that you've been trying to achieve, right? Whatever it is, if it's a relationship, career, travel, right? You need to follow this flow, and it's okay if you go off the pathway to find these things, find these little nuggets of wisdom. You have to give yourself grace. You have to look at this with a fresh mind, right? A beginner mind, a fool's mind, okay? Change your perspective. Instead of being like, oh my gosh, I'm so far away from the pathway, I'm like so lost and confused. Look at it as, what did I learn from this little treasure chest? What did I learn from this situation, right? What did I learn? How is that like bettering me? How is that making me a better person? And how is that going to help me on my pathway, right? Look at it more of like with that. Be loyal to the thing and understand like maybe I needed to learn this before I could continue down the pathway. Okay, and the final card from this deck is Mystic Meadow Sanctuary, number 26. Okay, so you are finding a sanctuary. You are finding like-minded individuals. You also are probably going to find mentors, or you will find your like mentors in animals. We have a lot of like animal kind of things showing up here, so I could see like you being connected more so with animals than maybe you think that you really are. Okay, so finding sanctuary with animals and in the forest as well, because we have a lot of like forest kind of things. I know it's a Sacred Forest Oracle deck, but grove and pathway and like meadow, like they're all places in the forest. So maybe when you feel like you need help, you need guidance, when you need a sanctuary, a place that's peaceful, right? Go into the forest or go out into nature and just be there and ground yourself. Okay, pile number 4. So we're going to get some messages from the Moonology Oracle deck for what else is coming up for you in the month of May 2023. How is May 2023 changing for pile number 4? What can they expect? Okay. We have, bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Yep, bring love into the situation. A lot of like love is coming up for you. Pile number 4. Be loyal to what you love. Bring love into the situation. Instead of, maybe you guys are, maybe it's for some of you that you have gone, like you started down this path, right? Of like trying to follow what you love, and somehow you got off course and you got caught up in like trying to make sure you're making money for rent and for things like that, which is super important. But instead of trying to get back on the pathway, you're being resistant to getting back on the pathway because you're like, well, I've been off the pathway for so long. I don't know if I should go back on it. Is it really viable? Like, should I do this thing because it hasn't worked for me before? It hasn't brought me money before, right? But again, it's all about doing what you love. Be loyal to what you love. Bring love into the situation. If you are persistent and you continue down this pathway, even though you don't know 100% what all the turns and the twists are going to be like, but you know, just say you want to be one of the greatest pianists in the entire world, right? But you stopped playing piano because somebody told you along the pathway that you weren't ever going to get there, or that's just a pipe dream. That's somebody else putting their own opinion on you, right? And you've like accepted that as belief, when in your heart of hearts, you know that you love this. You know that this is what you're meant to do, right? And you need to give yourself grace when you've gotten off this pathway. What has that thing taught you, right? It's time for you to start something new. Bring love into that situation so that you can be the best version of yourself, be the highest version of yourself. Okay, this card wants to come out. Oh, we have a new start is coming. New moon. Yeah, both new moons showing up here. A new start is coming for you, pile number 4. The month of May, there's so much newness coming into your life. And it's like newness, but it's not. It's like you've kind of had to get off the pathway to get back on it. You know what I mean? You had to maybe walk in circles or walk in the forest, lost and confused for a little bit, for you to come back to this place where you finally found solace and you're like, oh, yeah, those piano keys, they really do it for me. I need to start again, right? You're having a second chance. Number 2, you're having a second chance at this thing. And the reason why you're having a second chance at it, or you're having like this new kind of like fire lit under you, is because of how much you love it, and because the universe is saying like, this is your destiny. This is something you need to do. Is it going to be easy? No. Is this path going to be quick? No. For most of you, it won't. Okay. But you have to persevere. You have to go through the trials, and you have to be loyal to what you love. And that's when you will persevere. That's when you will get to the place you want to be at. Because if you do something you love, surely, just like surely from a place of love, from doing it because you love it so much, that is when you will succeed, right? Because it's like, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life, like whatever that expression is, right? It's time for you to begin again, have a beginner mindset. A fresh start is coming for you, okay? Pile number 4. So we're going to get some of the Wild Goddess Oracle cards for you to see what other messages are coming up for you in the month of May. We have the Protector, number 28. Lots of 20s. Okay, so the last part of the month of May is going to be important for you, okay? The Protector, surround yourself with people who lift you, accept you as you are, believe in your vision and purpose, and bring out the best in you. Yeah. Be loyal to yourself and know that, like, you know, don't have people in your inner circle who aren't accepting, who aren't gonna believe in you, who aren't gonna lift you up, right? So I feel like during the month of May, you may, as you're trying to start on this new pathway, on this new vision of who you want to be and try and go after this thing again, you need to just like stick to your guns. And if people who have been your friends for a while or people who are your family members don't believe in you, or they think that you're crazy for wanting to do this thing, now I'm not saying go out and quit your job, I'm saying try and do this on the side, right? And like bring this dream to life. But if they say you can't do it, I just think that you should keep this kind of like for people who believe in you, because why would you want to have people around who bring you down, right? Who aren't loyal to you just because they love you, right? Like my fiance, for example, like he believes in me to his core, right? There are things that I do that I'm sure he thinks are crazy, but he never says that he doesn't believe me. He always says, no, I know you can do it, Sarah. You can put your mind to it. Same with my parents, right? You need to find people like that in your life, whether it is like your blood family, or if it is friends, or if it is people online, or like a group of people who you've met who like, you know, are older, or like mentors or something like that. You need to have people around you who can lift you up, right? Because that's the best way for you to stay on your path. Because then you aren't going to have these like second thoughts coming in, or these fears from other people being like, oh, you can't do that because I never thought I could do that, so you can't do that, right? Most people who say that you can't do something, it's actually coming from a place of scarcity and fear in them, right? It's a reflection of them. So the next card we have is the Sage, number 34. Okay. Sage, look at your situation with the mature experience viewpoint of a wise person. Oh, there we go. Examine assumptions about the aging process and mastery. Yeah, so that's what I was feeling drawn to. I feel like during the month of May, you're going to have somebody, either a spirit guide of somebody who is like an ancestor, kind of start to give you wisdom through your dreams. Or for a lot of you, I think that somebody who is older than you is going to come in and kind of be a mentor for you along this path and shine a light along this path, like this man is right here, right? We have wise woman of the grove, and then we also have look at your situation with the mature, experienced viewpoint of a wise person. So either having somebody come in who is a wise person, who has been like a mentor and has been on this path, or taking yourself out of your shoes and kind of putting yourself 10 years, 25 years in the future and seeing like where you could make adjustments along this path. Okay? And we're going to get one final message before we go into the tarot cards. Ooh, we have the Mermaid, number 4. Okay? Look below the surface of your emotional reactions to know what is really going on, for things are not always what they may seem. Okay. They're not always what they may seem to you, right? Again, like with what I was saying with people, maybe you put so much merit into what other people say. Sorry about that, pile number 4. My camera battery died. So what I was saying is, like with the Mermaid, it's important for you to look below like the surface of just your, like, what is going on in your life. Like, do you have beliefs that have been instilled in you by other people? Are you dictating your life because of other people? If that's the case, you really need to take a step back, right? With the Sage, put yourself in shoes of someone that you want to be. Like, if you want to be like the most successful pianist in the world, 15 years from now, put yourself there. Are they listening to what somebody is saying who's never, played piano? Somebody who's never, tried to go after their dreams? Somebody who's never, run a successful business? Somebody who, blah, blah, blah. Like, are you listening to the opinions of other people? who are scared of what you're doing because it's so different, right? Are you actually listening to the opinions of somebody who's been in your shoes before? Somebody who's been where you want, or who is where you want to go? Are you listening to them? Or are you listening to people in your life who are scared because you're stepping outside of their comfort zone, right? Is somebody in your life trying to bring you down? Somebody like who maybe it doesn't even realize that they're doing it, but somebody who's trying to bring you down because they're like, oh my gosh, like a parent, for example, like, oh my God, my kid is going after their dreams and I never went after my dreams and I'm jealous of them, whether it's conscious or subconscious, and they're slowly trying to bring you down. Okay? What is really going on? What is really going on? Take a step back and look and take stock of what is really going on in your life during the month of May. How can you stay loyal to what you love and persevere and continue on this path, right? And get to the place that you want to get to? How can you do that? What is holding you back? What emotions are holding you back? What thoughts and beliefs are holding you back? What people are holding you back, right? It's important for you to like take a step back and really look like what is holding you back, okay? So we're gonna get some final messages with the Art Nouveau tarot deck, okay, just to see kind of what else the universe has in store for you during the month of May 2023. Oh, also guys, I'm not taking reversals today, okay? So we have the Four of Wands. Look at that, the universe is on your side, guys. Okay, this is like divine pathway for you, okay? Four of Wands, divine pathway for you. There's enough said. Whatever you put in is what the universe is going to put in. If you don't put anything in, the universe isn't going to put anything in. If you put in steps into going down this pathway, into putting love into this, the universe is going to start to see that you want to put that energy into it, and they're going to start putting the same amount of energy. Whatever, if you want to call it the universe or God or the goddess or whatever else, right, you want to call it, the divine, okay? Again, you need to persevere. You're being tested right now. You are being given a second chance at this thing, okay? The 4th of the month could be also important because we've had a couple 4s show up here. Like we have 49, 4, 4. There's another 4 somewhere. Oh, 34, okay? Lots of 4s are showing up for you, okay? Pile number 4. Get some more information for pile number 4. Oh, the Queen of Pentacles making an appearance. Yeah, okay, so down this pathway, you guys are going to be humbled. Okay, like the Queen of Pentacles, she's humble. She again, we've got like more like animals here, right? She's somebody who is humble, who knows where she's been. She's very graceful, right? She's very abundant. And that's kind of the energy that you need to be putting into this month. It's being humble, being graceful, and recognizing how abundant you are in your life. Like how abundant you are in your relationships, how abundant you are in with your home, with your career, with your money that's in your bank account, with the food that you can go to the grocery store to get, with the trees that are in the forest near your home. Like there's so much that everybody has in abundance, like how much love, how the abundance of love that you have to give, right? It doesn't always have to be money. It doesn't always have to be material wealth, right? And when you start to put that energy into the universe during the month of May, that's how the universe is going to respond back to you, right? With grace. Oh, see, look at, we just had the 6 of Cups come out, which is all about like the give and take. Like, how much are you giving? Or are you just taking? Right? How much are you giving, and how much are you taking? Is there a balance there? Are you taking more than you're giving? Because if you are, you're never going to be able to get to the place that you want to get to, right? You have to give graciously and from a place of love, not from a place of, oh, well, if I give, the universe will give to me. No. That's not how it works. You have to truthfully give, right? And that's a lesson you're going to learn through this month. Is when you give from a place of love, right? From a place of wisdom, from a place of flow and grace, you will receive that tenfold. But if you give from a place of, oh, well, I'm going to give this so that I get that back, you're not going to get it back. Because you're not giving from a place of love. You're not matching the vibration of love. You're not matching the vibration of abundance. You're matching the vibration of scarcity, right? Get a couple more messages for pile number 4 for the month of May 2024. Oh my gosh, look at, we had the 6 of Pentacles show up here. Okay, so June could be very important to you, or the 6th of May could be important, like the beginning of June or the 6th of May could be important. Again, finding that balance of give and take. Are you giving too much? Or are you taking too much? Apparently that's a message that you needed to hear, right? Emotionally, are you, like, both emotionally and like monetarily / materialistically, are you giving too much of your emotion to something that isn't important? Are you taking too much emotions? Are people taking too much from you and you're not receiving enough back? Or are you not giving enough to people that actually need it? Are you not giving to yourself? Is this could also be self-love. Are you not being humble and giving to yourself? Right? Are you not giving yourself the right emotions? Are you not, balancing that give and take that you need to balance? And the final card we have is the 8 of Cups. Yeah. You're walking away from everything that you've kind of built emotionally by the end of the month. And starting on this new path, right? This is why June could probably be very important for you. Pile numbers, I almost just called you pile number 6, pile number 4, okay? I have a feeling that June is going to be a revolutionary month for you, so I would look forward to that pile number 4. Okay, you are walking away from things that you've started to build up, right? With the 8 of Cups here. Emotionally, you've started to build these things up. And you're walking away from that, right? You're bringing love back into the situation instead of, I think it was at the beginning of your reading I was saying, like, maybe you have gotten off of the path because of, material things. You have to make sure you're paying for rent, which of course is always important. But you've left something behind emotionally that is very important to you, and you're coming back to claim that, right? So with this stuff that you're leaving behind again, right? This new stuff, you're starting a new chapter. You're starting a new phase. You're having that second chance at rebuilding something, right? So I hope that this was a helpful reading for you, pile number 4. Your May looks like it's going to be very transformative for you. I feel like by the end of the month, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe my life has completely changed. Because again, it's all about the balance, all about the give and the take. How much are you giving? Or how much are you putting in? What kind of effort are you putting in? Because that's what you're going to receive back. Okay, pile number 4, that's what the universe or God or the divine, whatever you want to call it, is going to put in. Okay? So if you guys enjoyed this reading, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and let's put a queen crown a queen crown, a crown emoji in the comments down below so that I know and everybody else knows you made it to the end of your reading. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe, and share, because that really helps my channel find more people, and it also helps me understand what kind of readings you guys like to see. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any other ideas or just want to let me know how this reading helped. Okay, and also I post new videos every Monday and Thursday at 4:44 p.m. So I'll see you guys in my next video soon. Love you. Bye.